Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video on another Simpsons Tapped Out event. So today we're going to be talking about the brand new update that's just come out, which is the Hell on Wheels update. Well, it dropped yesterday. I've done 2 super premium gameplays. If you're interested, they're on my channel. You should be able to find them, where I talk about the Truckosaurus 2 and also the Cliff with Cliff's car chalet. Truckosaurus 2, don't buy. Very not worth it. So today we're going to be talking about this event and just kind of giving my initial thoughts, my initial review of this event. Obviously, I like to do a Act 1 and 2 review and also a 3 and 4 review. Review those acts, in pairs. And then the content list, which is the final video I do, where I kind of finally gather all my thoughts for this update. For this one, though, I think this is a pretty solid event from what I can see so far. I really love the theme. I think theme-wise, this is great. These are the type of events that I really crave. I love a good, a really good themed event. And this one, I think, is a pretty solid theme. You got plenty of different buildings you can add that relate to cars. You've got, your characters that are associated with, cars, essentially. And it's great. It's a great theme. There's a lot of great stuff that could have been added that has been missed. This definitely has potential for a sequel as well. I feel very strong sequel potential here too. So yeah, overall, I think theme-wise, this event is great. Now, if you didn't know, I actually did have a car event in the works. It's been in the works for like 4 or 5 years, probably. It probably was never going to come out anyway. But essentially, I'll just talk briefly about it, because I may release it, although there are a few things that were in that event idea that have been added in this update. But I can talk about it briefly. Essentially, what I was hoping for with a car update is kind of like a little... I was going to use the car wash for this, which has actually been added. But essentially, what I was sort of planning was that essentially, you can take your existing cars in the game, like Homer's car, Chalmers' crappy car, Burns' Manor, all the established cars, and you could actually upgrade them so they can be driven on the road by their respected owners. So, for example, Homer's car, you would put, you would go into the little menu of the car wash or whatever building, and you would essentially click the button, and you would be able to make it so it can drive on the road. And I was hoping that with this update there could potentially be something like that. Well, sadly there isn't. I do think it's a missed opportunity. I think that would have been kind of above and beyond, and that would have made this update just absolutely amazing. Even with the structure of this update, I think that would be... I would forgive the structure so much if they were to add like cars on the road and like being able to drive around. And when I say cars on the road, I don't just mean place the cars on the road. I know that you can use the glitch and do that. I mean actually like physically they drive around on the road in your town. Well, unfortunately, we don't have that. Maybe that's too much to ask for anyway, so whatever. Structure in this event, like I said, is very off. I think that's the worst aspect of this event. I think it brings it down a lot. I think that's the worst offending thing. There's probably a few flaws here and there which I don't like. The structure though is the biggest, and I think that's it's a shame because this was a very good event aside from that. So I'm a little disappointed on the structure of this event, but nevertheless we'll move on. I still think there are very good aspects in this one. I like the quest line, for example. So far, it's been pretty good. We'll have to see if it continues to be as good in Act 2, 3, and 4. And the premium quest line with Cliff and his car chalet, that was a pretty fun quest line. So far, I'm pretty impressed. We'll have to see if it continues. So, just for this video, for the purpose of it, we're going to talk first of all about the structure. So let's move on and talk about that. So let's talk about the worst aspect of this update, which is by far the structure for me. So Act 1 I can talk about first, but I will also briefly go into Act 2, 3, and 4, so minor spoilers there. Act 1 is pretty good. We've got, in terms of the content, but in terms of the way it's structured, it's pretty bad. So we've got Gasso Station, great building. Billy, I think he's a bit of an oddball character, but nevertheless, I like him. The Renter Prize Denter car, however you say it. is a really solid building. Really love that one. The Road Monster XXL550. I'm not too bothered about this. I think it's a meh, just because we've got things like this in the past. Although I do think it looks very nice. I think if it were the first time we got a car like this or a decoration like this, I would be a lot happier with it. But no, still nonetheless, I think it's good. It's not bad. It's just a bit meh for me. And then we've got the Auto Yard, which is pretty damn solid. Meaning, thing with the Auto Yard is it is a decoration, and I think it's a bit of a missed opportunity because I do feel like it should be a building. It feels like they just didn't want to give us free buildings in the prize track, so they made this one a decoration. Although I do think, I don't understand why it's not a building. It's a scrap yard. You have to pay to scrap your card, so it would, your car. So it would make sense that this would earn cash in the game. So I think that's a missed opportunity. I think really it should be a building. I think they're just a bit afraid to give us free buildings in the prize track, which is a bit unfortunate, to be honest, because I do think it should be a building. In terms of Act 2, it repeats the same thing. There's the Food Truck Graveyard, which is also a decoration, and again, I feel like that's a missed opportunity. That one's a little bit more forgiving, just because it doesn't appear to be like the scrapyard where, you would have to sell your car, pay for your car to be scrapped. This one, it appears just to be like a kind of like a car park or like a fenced area where a bunch of food trucks have been dumped. So I think that one's a bit more forgiving, but still, I do think it would have been nice for that one to be a building. And then there's I won't talk about all of them, but we've got two decorations. Another building, an actual building, is the Springfield Auto Show. Looks very similar to buildings we're going to be getting, but I think that one looks okay. You got the costume for Duffman. We'll have to see. You've got the two buildings in Act 3, and an NPC, which is the Car Go Smart Car. So with this one, I'll show a little picture of it on the screen now. It apparently, I don't know how it's going to look in the game, because it looks really weird at the moment, but essentially it's going to drive on the road, and I think this is a missed opportunity. I don't think they should be NPCs. I think that these should be decorations that are able to go on the road and drive around. So I'm actually a little disappointed with that NPC, just because I do feel like it would have been better as a decoration that drives on its own. Even if it were just, then I don't know, but then it kind of already is an NPC. I don't know, I'm a little indifferent on it. I think I'm on the fence, because actually, what difference would it really make if it was a decoration? Because it is a smart car that's meant to, drive on its own. So yeah, I don't know. So Act 3 looks okay, apart from the fact, well, not great, because we haven't got a character. Two buildings, though, so that's a plus, or at least I think there's two buildings. I just need to double check that one's a building. The parking garage, yes, that's a building, so yeah, that's okay. And then Act 4, I think, is, again, pretty similar. You got the two buildings, I think, and a character and two decorations. We'll have to see. I think the character in that one isn't great. Speaking of, let's talk about characters. But just overall, on the structure, I think it's a very weak. Obviously, the characters aren't the final things, which I am a little disappointed of, apart from Act 2 and Act 3. But then in Act 2, we're getting a costume for Duffman. In Act 3, it's a NPC. I'm cool enough with the costume being in place of a character, but the NPC I feel like isn't really welcome to me. I would much prefer a character be the final prize per act. So yeah, that's a little disappointing in terms of the structure. It was the worst aspect. Anyway, let's go talk about characters. So here are the characters. Obviously, credit to Wiki Simpsons, because I've taken it just from their site. I'll leave a link to the article down below. Obviously, that is your guide to the update. So, characters, here we go. So, we got Billy. Obviously, I talked about him. I think he's a bit quirky, bit of an oddball. He's obviously from, like, a kind of a meme scene, I guess. But, yeah, I'm happy enough with him. I think he was okay. Mrs. Pennyfeather, unless they do something amazing with her, I am very confused as to why she has been included in this update, considering she's a nanny from the Simpsons Califragilisticexpialidocious, that one. Supercalifragilistic, I can't say the thing, I can't say it. But that episode, the one with the Nanny McPhee, Mary Poppins episode. And she's like a nanny from that episode. So I don't really understand how she's meant to tie in with this update. We'll have to see though, maybe. And those are the only 2 characters that are going to be free, which is a bit of a shame. I'm happy enough that the Duffman. We'll have to see if Fancy Duffman is cool or not. Because, I mean, he might just be crap. We'll have to see. But, yeah, a bit disappointing there's not at least free characters. I think free characters would have been a bit, a bit better. And then in terms of premium characters, we've got Cliff, who so far I think he was very solid. I liked him a lot. Crazy Vaclav, is it? I think that's how you say it. Vaclav. Crazy Vaclav. I don't mean to put the accent on. Vaclav. He's cool. I mean, I liked him in the Mr. Plow episode, but we'll have to see. Maybe he'll be crap. But I've got high hopes for him, so I'm excited to get him next act. Then you've got Antoni and Zora. They are going to be a 2-in-1 character. I'm happy. They look very generic to me. I briefly remember them from the episode. So we'll have to see if they're any good. And then we've got No Helmet Debris. I'm actually kind of low-key excited for this guy. He's a Demolition Derby driver, and obviously he's got like a dent in his head from collisions. So we'll have to see. He seems like a really quirky, interesting character. I'm hoping there's something cool with him. So in terms of characters, pretty damn solid. I just think that it's a bit of a shame we haven't got at least 3 characters, but hey, at least we've got 2 characters and a costume, and obviously we've got Fancy Duffman as a costume. I won't show a picture, but, I think that one, we'll have to see. I'm on the fence. I have no idea how that one's going to be. We'll have to wait and see for that one. But in terms of characters, it looks pretty damn solid. Again, I might change my mind. They might turn out to all be crap. We'll have to see. But character-wise, yeah, it's looking okay. The only ones I'm not too fussed on is Antoni and Zora. But hey, again, they might be cool. Well, but I'm not opposed to getting Miss Moneyfeather. She just seems like very random for this update. But who knows, both might blow me away. Well, I meant to talk about this a bit sooner, but I guess I'll put it here. Is the Shattered Dreams mystery box. So this is a new thing that has been added to the game. This is a new feature. And essentially what this appears to be is a permanent mystery box in our game. So, essentially, what it says here is the Shattered Dreams box now returns between every event. Complete each event to reveal a new one. So, it appears that when you complete a event, you get this new box. So, the box requires a Shattered token, which can be earned by completing events from daily challenges or as a bonus with donut packs. If you watch my super premium gameplay, I got a bunch of them when I bought the Truckosaurus 2, but I'm yet to use it. So because obviously I've got everything in the game and I haven't been able to get on my alternate account at the moment. So you let me know your thoughts on this, because so far it looks like just another mystery box, like almost like the yearbook has just been extended, like an extra yearbook essentially. But the difference is it kind of changes theme, and we get like a new one every event. That's what it appears to be, and it appears to be mostly just random stuff in it. Is it future stuff at the moment? The Bulldozosaurus, Kodos' crashed UFO fairy code. Yeah, it looks like it'd be like sci-fi stuff at the moment. Is it sci-fi stuff at the moment? It looks cool though. If it's bringing more, like returning more stuff to the game, I'm all for it. That's awesome. Yeah, no, this one looks very good actually. Just looking at the stuff I'm just looking at the wiki. Yeah, it looks like all sci-fi stuff. That must be the theme. But yeah, no, I'm totally cool with that. If that's what they're doing, it seems awesome. But let me know if you've got a different opinion on it. It looks great to me though. I'm always for adding new features, new mystery boxes. Sounds really cool. Here's my building and decoration showcase. So as you can see there, the top left, you have the Rent the Thingy-majingy building. What's it called? I forget the name already. Renter Prize Dent a Car, whatever it is. That one, I think that one looks... Oh wait, no, that's to the right there. Yeah, that one looks pretty cool. You've got the Auto Yard. I think that one looks great. I feel like the Auto Yard could have been a bit bigger, but it's okay. The monster truck, or that truck, whatever, it's not monster truck, but that big truck, XXL truck, yeah, looks fine. Gasso, I think that one looks great. You got Truckosaurus 2 there. I think the other Truckosaurus looks better. This one seems kind of skinny. I'm not too... I think it looks okay as a decoration. It's super premium, so it's not worth it. And then you have Cliff's Car Chalet. That one's okay. I like the look of that one as well. Again, I feel like it's just the cars in the lot I feel like are a bit small. That's the only thing. But yeah, that's my decoration showcase and building showcase so far. We'll have to... Yeah, maybe I could... maybe I could show them off later. The ones in the later acts. We'll have to see. But yeah, overall, pretty good there. So, overall, what are my opinions? Kind of rounded up. Now we've talked about pretty much every aspect of the update. What do I feel? So, overall, there are some flaws. I think structure is a big thing. Missed opportunities. This is like a minor one because I can understand how this is maybe a bit unreasonable, but I think it is a missed opportunity not to have like cars on the road and stuff. As well, I think another missed opportunity is like parking lots. I kind of would have liked a few more parking lots, like maybe even adding them as like a tile. Like we have, like how we have roads and pavements. Maybe like a car park tile. It'd just be like a line. It'd just be like it'd be like a normal concrete, but with like a line through it. So you can kind of like use that and make a car park. Something like that. I do feel like a car park or more car parks would have been like a really... yeah, it would have made this event a bit better, I feel. Just because it's a car event, for Christ's sake. So having a few, more car parks would have been great. Because I get sick of the car parks that are in the game at the moment, just because they're the same thing. They're just like 4 little things with the little can next to the stump. I don't really like the car parks in the game. I got bored of them. And I know there's the Krusty Land ones, and those ones are great too. I like those ones, but they're often too big to put in some designs. So it's kind of tricky. I kind of feel like more car parks could have been a good feature, but yeah, I'm just nitpicking though, because these are flaws that, it's just things that I would have liked to be added. I think the current things that have been added have been great. Like I said, the main issue is structure. Overall though, I do think this is a good update. I'm giving it the thumbs up approval thus far, but we never know. It may get that taken away from it. We have to see Act 2, 3 and 4. But anyway, thanks for watching. That's my initial thoughts and review. Let me know your thoughts on this update. What do you think of it as a whole? And I shall see you in the next one. I will be doing an Act 1 and 2 review, obviously, an Act 3 and 4 review, and a content list. So stay tuned for that, for those videos. And also, of course, premium gameplays will come out too. So stay tuned for them too. Nothing else really to be said. So tell me your thoughts. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.